Hey, good morning. Let's go over today's trade plan. So in the overnight session, we had key support at 47 to 49 and resistance at 53 to 54. And so far, the market has simply been balancing within that range. The dip lower into that support zone attracted buyers. And right now, the upside inflection point is really at this 52.5 to 54 pre-market resistance. On the econ calendar, we have Chicago PMI out at 8:45 a.m. Comes out, I think, 2 minutes earlier to subscribers. So that's the main econ report this morning, which can cause some volatility. As far as the other markets go, NQ is looking okay. For TF, I'd like to see it holding above 1181 in order to get an upside move above 52.5 to 54 in the S&P. And in the event that those markets start failing or the ES breaks below 47.5 to 49.5, at that point that could put sellers back in control and we could be looking at a range extension down to at least 43 to 45, but most likely even 39 to 40 and potentially even lower. So right now, heading into the open, this 47.5 to 49.5 zone is key. We're using it as the micro bull bear zone to establish our short-term directional bias. And on the upside, 52.5 to 54 is the main inflection point, and if we can get a breakout above 52.5 to 54 at this point, then we'll be looking for a move up to 58 to 60. The all-time high is 1960, and with NQ already making new highs on the year, then that would open the door for the S&P to also make a new all-time high above 58 to 60. But considering how kind of range bound this market has been, if you're taking a long setup here and trading the breakout, it makes sense to take profit at the initial resistance zone, and from that point forward see where it goes, because it could go up to 62.5 to 64.5 and then perhaps stall over there, get some profit taking, and potentially even higher. Above the 1960 all-time high, there is no hard resistance. So at that point, it's really going to be about what kind of volume we're running on the day, if there's enough momentum to continue pushing it higher, but there is no hard resistance, so it could stall really at any price above 1960, but given the recent volatility, the recent ranges, 62.5 to 64.5 or in that area seems like a spot where we could get some additional profit taking and then simply start balancing within a range. And then on the downside, again, if we break 47.5 to 49.5 with any kind of conviction, short term, that would tell us that the market is weak. Now we have pockets of support on the way down, but the market has established a wider range over the last week, and it balanced within a wider range. So we've seen this market where it traps buyers and puts in a decent range extension, traps sellers, puts in a nice momentum move to the upside, and that's been kind of the theme over the last week. So if we break 47.5 to 49.5, we just want to be careful fading it because the market could be headed down to 39 to 40 before we get any kind of decent rotation. And if there's a lot of momentum behind the move, then you probably want to be even careful at 39 to 40. But these zones over here, 39.40, 36.25, 37.25, first test, pretty high odds of at least a rotational type move, and in the event of a strong sell-off or strong down move, 33.25, 35.25 has potential to shut off the selling and reverse the market back up to 39 to 40 and potentially 43 to 45. So right now, heading into the day, the bias is going to be short-term bullish above 47.5 to 49.5, and as long as we hold here, buyers are in control, and the primary scenario is to look for a breakout and a test of 58 to 60. So, given the overnight session, given the type of activity we saw on Friday, we're still leaning more towards the buy side, but if 47.5 to 49.5 breaks, then we're going to have to adjust and shift our bias, get a little bit more neutral, perhaps bearish, and then see where the market goes from there. But as long as we hold above 47.5 to 49.5, and then if TF can get back above 1181, the focus will be on an upside move, and we'll be cautious on taking any aggressive shorts. and ideally we do get a breakout above 52.5 to 54, targeting 58 to 60. So that's the main scenario, and then we've already covered the downside scenario. We have Econ 8:45 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Central. So let's see how well the buyers hold it up off the open, and we will take it from there.